Hey everyone, Tech OG here, representing those who are 40 and up who love their tech. And in this video, I'm going to tell you my top 15 city tweaks that you can't live without on a jailbroken device. Now, my particular jailbroken device is an iPhone X, and it's running iOS 11. So there's going to be some tweaks that I use that may not work on your device. So definitely do your research on the tweaks as you install them. And the jailbreak that I have on my phone is the uncover jailbreak. And what's cool about the uncover jailbreak is that, let's say that a tweak does not work, there's an option in the settings where you can disable the tweaks so that you can still be jailbroken, but none of the tweaks will load. And then you can delete the tweak that you think is messing up your phone, then restart your phone, and your phone will be okay. So, in my particular opinion, when you're installing tweaks, install them one at a time. So, without further ado, this is again my video of my top 15 tweaks that I always put on my phone when I jailbreak it. First tweak I want to talk about is called BioProtect X. BioProtect X. What's cool about BioProtect X is this protects any app, folder on your phone from people who may get your phone. So with BioProtect X, the app that you protect will have to be unlocked by your face. So when you go into the settings, for example, and open BioProtect X, it'll come up with this right here. And as you can see, it's shaking, saying, "Hey, where's the face?" So when I use my face, give me a second, I have to do this myself off camera, it'll open up. So I had to take it away, like I said, from the camera, but when it detects your face, then you can open up the particular app that you have protected with BioProtect X. Again, that is an awesome tweak to stop people who get your phone from getting into apps that you do not want them to get into. The next tweak that I like very much is called DIM, D-I-M. I'm going to put all the tweaks in the description or down below so that you can see the names of them. But like I said, with DIM, what's cool about DIM, it dims your springboard. So, by default, if you want to dim your springboard, you just have to dim just like this. But it might not be dim enough for you, so it still may be bright if you're in a dark room. So with DIM, and I have this set to a toggle through activator. With DIM, if I press up here, did you just see that? It just dimmed my screen dramatically. So it dims your screen even darker than the setting of just your default brightness. So with my dim already down to the very lowest in the settings, if I dim this even lower, watch this. Look at that. Look at that. It gets look at that. It gets so dim. You can barely see the icons. It looks like you can't see them at all. So that's why you better keep your thumb on the screen so that you can brighten it up just in case you can't see the icons. And then, like I said, with my toggle, boom, that turns it on and off. So that's off, and then this is on. And then if I want it even dimmer, boom. So DIM is an essential, and I mean absolute essential tweak that I always put on my jailbroken device. This next tweak is absolutely essential. It is called double cut. And with double cut, this allows you to assign any key on the keyboard to a particular shortcut. So let's say that you're putting in your email address for certain apps all the time, and you're tired of putting in your email address all the time. Again, you can just set any key as a shortcut to put in your email address, for example. So here's just an example of what I put in. I use this little minus sign here, or dash, as a shortcut. So when you double tap on it, email address pops up. So you don't have to continue to put this in all the time on particular apps. Double cut is, again, a very, very essential. I use it all the time. I've been using it since my iPhone 5. I believe it was 5. I think it came out then. Or 6, one of the two phones Who cares which one it was? Once they made this, I've had it on every jailbroken device. Again, that's double cut, and that's something that you definitely need to have if you're always typing in the same thing for certain apps. Hey, notice that I have a number row on top of my keys. That's because of the next tweak, number 4, called EX key. EX key allows you to have a number key above your letters. And notice that the letters are in lowercase too. Isn't that pretty cool? So, makes it look like an Android phone if you're used to that. So, EX key gives you that top row of numbers above your letters. Are you tired of swiping up on each of your open apps when you get into your selector? If you're tired of that, then this next tweak, number 5, called Kill Background 11. And for those of you using iOS 12, it's going to be Kill Background 12. It puts a little icon in the lower right-hand corner, and you can switch it over to the lower left-hand corner if you want to. And if you press that, it will delete all of your open apps. I'm not going to delete mine because I need some open for this video. But again, you just tap it, boom, all of them goes away, goes right back to your home screen. You're good to go. That's Kill Background 11. One very, very special tweak that I have bought in the past called Springtimize 3, 4. I had the original too, I believe. That allows you to customize your phone to the extreme. I mean, you can change the status bar, you can change your dock, you can change up a lot of different things with Springtimize. And the one really, really important one that does not work on iOS 11 and above, the nested folders. Oh man, I really missed that tweak. It allows you to put folders in folders. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot do that on a device that's iOS 11 and above. So 12 and 11, we are out of luck. 10 and below, I know y'all all happy and laughing at us who has iOS 11 and above, where we cannot nest folders or put folders in folders. That is something I truly miss. But with all that said, since nested folders I can't use, I don't necessarily, I can still use Springtimize because since I bought it, you bought it forever, you can still download it as much as you can. You can download it with PackX, you can download it through Cydia, you know what I'm saying, if you use it on cover. But if you don't have Springtimize and you still want those settings and things to change, then you want to get a particular tweak called My Device. With My Device, sorry about that. With My Device, it basically gives you the same type of settings that you would see in Springtimize. So you can switch up your app switcher, your control center, dock folders, yada yada yada. Like I said, nested folders is not in this. You can hide the background of the folder, pinch to close, disable open close animations to make it seem like it's moving faster. Like I said, there's a lot of cool stuff with your springboard. You can even hide apps. That's even cool. Do not hide your home bar. I've made a mistake and done that, and man, I could not open and close my apps. I was stuck in an app. I had to basically, like I told you at the beginning of the video, disable all my tweaks, then get into the springboard and then untick this so that I can use my home bar on the bottom. So like I said, do not, and I repeat, do not hide home bar if you have an iPhone X or XS. You thank me later. Like I said, I've already done that and paid the consequences for that. But like I said, My Device allows you to change a lot of cool things on your device. So very, very cool tweak. The next two tweaks I'm going to talk about, number 7 and number 8, are used in the camera app. And number 7, this one I really, really like. This one is called Record and Torch. With Record and Torch, let's say you're recording in a dark setting and you need some light. You see this icon right here? It shows you that your flash is off. If you tap it, turns your flash on to give you that extra illumination when you're recording in dark settings. Turn it off just like that, and you can do that while you are recording video. So like I said, you press record, need more light, pow! Record and Torch. Very, very essential tweak. Now this next tweak, this is one of my all-time favorite tweaks. This one is entitled Record Pause. And you got to get a particular one. You got to get 1.3.1. If you get the updated one, it may not work on your device. When I updated to 1.3.2, it did not work. So I had to find the version 1.3.1 in order for it to work on my iPhone X. What is awesome about this tweak is that, let's say you're recording. I mean, it's basically what the name says, record pause. So when you're recording, you can actually pause the video. How do you do that? Slightly press on the record button just a little bit, about 1 second. Notice how it turned yellow. It paused the video. And then you can go to a different area and resume pause by pressing a little bit again. Boom, turns red, shows you that it's recording. Pause again. Oh, I stopped it. But let me just show you how that looks. So you're going to see the little jitter of me switching from one scene to another because I paused the video. So actually pause the video. How do you do that? Slightly press on the record button just a little bit. 1 second. A little bit again. Boom. See that? Shows you that it's recording. That was awesome. It goes from one spot to another, so it does a seamless record. You can record in segments the way that you want to. And this should be default on the video because on Samsung phones, excuse the ring, on Samsung phones, you have a pause button already in the camera app. They do not have one on iOS. Apple definitely include a pause button in the video. It is absolutely essential. I don't think that Samsung has a patent on it, so definitely include that in future iOS updates. So again, record pause, very essential. One of my top 2 apps that I always put on my jailbroken device. And for the next tweet, number 10, for many of you that jailbreak and you download your particular jailbreak app, such as Uncover, you should know that when you use Impactor, that you can only use it for 7 days. And then you have to re-download it probably, install it again to use it again. If you get tired of that, and you get tired of certain apps that you get from App Valley or Tweakbox that you always have to reinstall because it gets revoked or whatever where you can't use it anymore, then you want to get this next tweak, number 10. This one is called Reprovision. With Reprovision, this will automatically, and I mean automatically, after you put in your App Store credentials, so you're using it, your email address and password, it will automatically re-sign this app or any app that you have that needs to be re-signed. So that's what's really, really cool about this. You don't have to worry about re-signing the app. So basically, it's like having an untethered jailbreak. Because with a tethered jailbreak, let's say you turn this all the way off. Actually, no, it's still tethered. Excuse me. Forget all that. Forget what I just said about untethered and tethered. But basically, it re-signs your app so that you don't have to do it yourself. So that's just one less thing that you have in your mind. So you should know within 7 days. And it gives you a little countdown to show you how long it has before it gets re-signed. And again, it gets re-signed all by yourself. You don't have to worry about a thing. Excuse me, yourself. So again, Reprovision, this is absolutely essential that you should have on your jailbroken device. This next app, or the next tweak, excuse me, that I'm not going to really show you, but just tell you about, is called Send Delay. What's cool about this is, if you send a text to somebody and you're like, oops, it was going to the wrong person, you can actually delay a text to be sent so that you can stop it. So you can press the arrow or the down arrow to stop the text before it gets sent over to that particular person. And you can change the duration of the amount of seconds you want it to delay. So you can make it as long as 5 seconds, which is cool. I have mine down to 1.5. I'll do 1.54 right now. But like I said, you can adjust the amount of time for the text to be sent. just in case you need to stop it. So very essential, especially if you're sending lots of texts and you didn't mean to send a text to somebody, and then that person may come by and key your car up. So send delay, very essential. My 12th tweak, that is absolutely essential. Excuse me for my little excitement on the word actually. This tweak is called Swipe Selector. With Swipe Selector, this just gives you the opportunity to not, let's say you type something and you want to delete a certain character in the middle. Instead of you basically holding and using a magnifying glass to go like this to get to that particular character that you want to delete, with Swipe Selector, you can just use the keyboard. Put your finger on the keyboard, swipe left and right. Look at that. Look at that. That is the hot butter on the popcorn. So you don't have to press and hold to get that little magnifying glass. You just get it right to the character that you want to delete, and boom, delete. Swipe Selector, absolutely essential for any jailbreaker. Hey, do you like my settings black like this, black in the background? If you do, then you want to get a tweak called Eclipse X or Eclipse XS if you're on iOS 12. This allows you to give you dark mode pretty much throughout your entire phone. So you can set it for apps, you can set it for tweaks, things like that. So you just tap on it, you enable it, you can disable the springboard because sometimes it messes up certain tweaks, other tweaks that are on your phone. So you got these other options here, color options, board options, yada, yada, yada. But like I said, this gives you dark mode pretty much on throughout your entire device. So very essential for your phone. This next tweak is not really essential, but this definitely gives you an edge on pretty much any other iPhone user. This one is called V Wallpaper. The V stands for video, and this allows you to have a video as your springboard or your background. That right there is the hot button on the popcorn. Yeah, you can have, you know what I'm saying, different backgrounds or whatever, different pictures, but to have a video, that's what's up. So like I said, it's called V Wallpaper 2, for iOS 11. I don't know if there's one for iOS 12, but if you got iOS 11 and below, V Wallpaper will work for yours. I forgot the minimum iOS. I think it's, I'm not sure. Might be iOS 7. Maybe iOS 7. But you do your research. You find out. I got it working on mine. Took me a while to get it to work too. And what you can also do is, if you go into settings. Oops, not settings. Excuse me. Or the V Wallpaper settings. Let me go over here. You could actually put in your own picture. So let's say you go to here, you go to settings. I put in my own little pictures here. So if you put it in, look at that. That is the hot butter on the popcorn. Yeah, that's Jordan. Super Jordan. So like I said, V Wallpaper. If you just want to have something that nobody else has on their phone to make it look, give it some razzmatazz, some pizzazz, things like that, then you definitely want to get V Wallpaper 2 for iOS 11. Essential tweak, just to have that extra oomph on your jailbroken phone. And the last tweak, number 15, that I think is essential, is called Power Selector. And with that particular tweak, it gives you this little icon right here where if you press it, and I'm going to press it off camera because I'm going to hide something that it shows. It gives you this option or this option list to power off your phone, to reboot it. LD restart, don't know what that is. Safe mode, which is kind of cool. Respring, GUI cache. So it gives you the options to do all this without basically having separate tweaks, you know what I'm saying, for all of these. So this is very, very essential if you need to restart quickly, reboot quickly, or whatever, your phone with just one particular tweak with all of these in one area. So again, that's called Power Selector. It works for iOS 11 and iOS 12. And real quick, the last 5, sorry about the focus, the last 5 that I like, and I always write up. Oh yeah, if you want to make sure that particular tweaks work for your particular device, your particular iOS, then you want to get tweak compatible. This will give you a list of tweaks that definitely work with your iOS device. So if you have iOS 11, it'll tell you the ones that work with your device. You can also do research online too to see other people's opinions of certain tweaks. But this is a foolproof way of knowing which tweaks work. And like I said, to round out certain things, the extra 5 Pico banners too. This allows you, when you get notifications, it'll be very, very small in a small banner rather than a large banner. So that's pretty cool. Preference organizer. What's cool about that is if you have a lot of tweaks installed on your device, it will categorize everything in one small area. So your system apps right here, tweaks will be all in one area, and your App Store apps will be all in one area. So instead of having to have everything on, just your settings, and you have to scroll to find what you need, all your tweaks and everything is organized. So Preference Organizer, absolutely great. Liberty Light allows you to use particular apps that don't allow you to use them if you have a jailbroken device. So let's say you're using ADT, for example. This will allow you to use ADT. Absolutely essential if you have ADT or a banking app that doesn't work with jailbroken devices. Dismiss progress, that works with Cydia. So if you are downloading a tweak, usually when you download it and it asks you to restart, you got to just restart it. But with Dismiss progress, you can, there's a little word that says done, upper left right hand corner. You press done, you can install another tweak, and you can install tweak after tweak after tweak after tweak rather than one tweak at a time. You know what I'm saying? So you dismiss progress, it works great, but that doesn't work out well if you install a lot of tweaks and then restart the phone, and then one tweak messes up your phone. You don't know which tweak it is. So again, in my opinion, download and install one tweak at a time just to make sure that it works with your device. And the last one, iCleaner Pro. Of course, that one is pretty cool because it allows you to clean out your phone a little bit. So let's say you install a lot of tweaks, a lot of apps, things like that. There could be some residual stuff that's left behind when you install or uninstall certain things. So you want to use iCleaner Pro, clean your phone out. It may take a minute. If you don't clean it all the time, it may take a few. And it does. It does a pretty good job at cleaning out some stuff on your phone that you may not know that is on your phone. So as you can see, it doesn't take that long to actually do. I just want to wait to the end so I can show you how much space it's going to clear up on my phone after cleaning it out. Come on, hurry up. Viewers got to eat. I have to eat. There we go. 2.6 gigabytes. You got to admit that is impressive. We started, done. That is essential. So I should say top 16. So you definitely got to get iCleaner Pro, especially if you're installing a whole bunch of tweaks and stuff and uninstall them, and there's residue of the particular tweaks that are still on your phone. So again, that is my list of 15 tweaks, tweak compatible, to make sure that you know what you're going to install, and a +5 for extra one just in case. There's a whole ton of tweaks out there, just like there's a whole ton of apps in the App Store. You just want to get the ones that are important to you, and those are the ones that I particularly think that are very, very cool to have on a jailbroken device. So definitely install them on yours. Hopefully they'll work on your device. If not, uninstall them. Find some other ones that you'll like in Cydia and through Reddit or whatever that you research from, and make your phone your own. Just make it your own so that people will be amazed, because I know that you're saying right now, yo, how'd you get all that on the bottom? Like I said, it's amazing. Jailbreaking is fun. It's fun for me to tweak your phone and to make it the way that you wanted to have it. So that is the end of my video. I hope you like it. If you did, definitely leave a thumbs up down below. Leave comments if you have any comments. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, definitely subscribe to my channel so that you can see some more cool videos like this. Because like I said, I just want to be able to help as many people as possible and not give you any kind of okie doke. I'm going to give you the real deal, real stuff right here, real information. So, this is Tech OG. Like I said, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I hope to see you in my next video.